Now, KLBK's first morning weather with meteorologist Leah Rodriguez.
Well, good Thursday morning. We have got quite a busy day as far as what's next for weather between today and tomorrow. So let's start getting into your forecast. We're starting by taking a look out with our Bognor Sky Cam out over really the Hub City. We're looking over Buddy Holly Hall right now. And number one, looks pretty, traffic doesn't look too bad out there on the highway. Don't have any clouds, and we're starting to see just a little bit of lighting on the horizon from the sun that's going to come up in about an hour. And so temperatures right now across the U.S. pretty mild for this morning, but up towards Nebraska, Minneapolis, and the Dakotas, they're starting to get a good push of cold air. That cold air is what's going to be coming to us in the next about 18 to 20 hours. So that'll be here soon. Unfortunately, we still have a very hot day to get through, and it's starting off with a warm morning this morning. So we're at 67 degrees here in Lubbock, 58 degrees in Brownfield, 58 out in Muleshoe as well, 67 right now near Lake Allen Henry, and they're starting their morning at 71 degrees out near Matador. Breezy conditions are also in effect across the area right now. The wind speeds are about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And of course, as I've been saying, it's only going to get windier throughout the day. This afternoon, temperatures are going to go into the mid and upper 90s. Some areas could even see highs of 100 degrees this afternoon. So it's going to be a hot day. The air is going to be very dry. And with the windy conditions, that is really fueling a threat for fire today. So everything in the tan color is an elevated risk. Once you go into that pinkish color, that is the critical risk for fire weather today. Basically just saying if a fire were to start, all the conditions are in place for that fire to spread rapidly. That's why we have a red flag warning in effect for all of our South Plains counties. Starts at about lunchtime and goes through 8 p.m. this evening. Again, just saying, even though we don't start fires on the usual, there are simple actions that we do, like throwing a cigarette butt out the window, dragging chains on asphalt. Those can cause sparks, along with a couple other activities. So just try to be safe out there. As we go throughout the day, we're going to see our winds increasing. By about lunchtime, we'll have our wind gusts up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Then they'll get stronger. By this afternoon, we could have our wind gusts nearly as high as 40 miles per hour. Now, I know this graphic's saying about 25, but when you really think about it and you really think about Lubbock and West Texas, you know it's windy. So we have to have a little bit more emphasis on what we're seeing. It'll still stay breezy as we go into the evening, but then the really strong wind's going to come in when that front comes in. We'll see the winds along the leading edge of that front likely getting up to about 50 or even 55 miles per hour. That front's going to move in early tomorrow morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning. So you might hear those winds howling, and then it's going to stay pretty breezy through Friday afternoon. We can see those wind gusts continuing to be around 30 miles per hour through Friday. So just keep that in mind that you likely could see some dust throughout the day tomorrow. We do have a wind advisory in effect for tomorrow as well, but overall it's not going to be a horrible day because at least with that wind it is ushering in some colder weather for our Friday. So Friday's high temperature looking at 56 degrees, quite a difference from our 97 this afternoon, and then the weekend will be pretty pleasant as well. Peyton?